Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Karen Wright, Berkshire Hathaway, Home Services, PenFed Realty, real estate agent, and a loan originator for Nexa Mortgage as well. And I typically do a video a week on neighborhood tours, houses, really pretty scenery in Wichita, and of course, as I'm going to do today, market update. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please click the button below, subscribe to where you can be notified of the different videos I do throughout the week. And I try to stick to a 1 week. Sometimes it's multiple times a week, just depending on what's going on in the market. So I try to keep you up to date and tell you what's going on in Wichita with neighborhoods, etc. So let's get to the market update. This is for December 2021, South Central Kansas, and the MLS statistics. So we've got, I know it's kind of going along the same path as it's been, low inventory, sales increasing. Of course, we're hearing about interest rates increasing at this point as well. And we just had a snow week, so it's been a little slower this past week. If you can see outside, all the snow's piled up. So a couple snow days where pretty much everybody stayed in, but still did showings on the snow days here. So anyway, okay, so looking at December, we were down in closed listings, down to 743 compared to 763 units December of last year, 2020. So not bad. We're looking at 20 units. Total sales volume was up to 172 million, and that is up from last year. Not surprising with the house prices higher, however, inventory lower. So that's still interesting. The median sales price in December, and typically we look at the median versus the average, because the average will take into account the outliers. So like if there is like $1 million property and the rest of them are 200K, it offsets the average a little bit. So we tend to, in real estate, look at the median price a bit more. And so the median sale price, so this is what houses sold for in December, was $205,000, up from $185,000 a year earlier. So that's quite the jump. 185, 195, 205. So what's that? $20,000 higher. Yes, I can do math on my fingers. So yeah, we can now say the median house price has hit above 200,000. Before, I loved being able to say that, you know, hey, come to Wichita, Kansas, very affordable. Houses are under 200K. Looks like we can't say that anymore these days. So we are above the 200K mark. So the median sales price is 205. So 20 grand higher than a year earlier. Wow. And then homes that sold in December were on the market for an average of 4 days. So obviously that's showing things are being sold quickly, and they're selling for about 100% of the list price. Again, the buyers typically want updated. I mean, if you put yourself in the situation of people that have families, you know, they're moving from maybe one house to another, very difficult to juggle all that. So yeah, 90 in my case, you know, I find 99% of the buyers do want updated houses. But if they're really clean, even if they're older, like I call them the grandparents' house, they do sell really well as long as it's priced appropriately. But even with the skyrocketing prices and increasing, I mean, houses will still sell on the market if they're just not priced per the neighborhood and the condition that they're in. If they're updated, price them similar to updated houses. If they're not, and buyers at the end of the day are going to pick what they want. So let's see. So Sedgwick County active listings are down at the end of December. So the total number of active listings, this is quite the number. Wow. We're at 460 units this year compared to 702 as of December 2020. That's huge. So, you know, last year it was at 702, and then all the way down to 460 for this year. This represents a 0.6 month supply of homes. So we have less than a month, a supply of homes available for sale. Now the median list price. So this is, we said earlier what the sales price was. This was the actual list price. at homes on the market at the end of December was $249,900. So that's the list price. So the sold prices are up to 205. The list price is at median, again, is 249,900. We also have all the average figures as well. You can always reach out to me anytime for those, or any of the other counties that we have: Cali County, Sumner, Butler. I have those pieces of information as well. I can always email those to you, or talk to you about those. During December, a total of 503 contracts were written, down from 576. So quite down about 70-ish from last year. And at the end of the month, there were 805 contracts still pending. So that basically says that the houses are under contract. They'll probably close in January or so. So that kind of gets it to you. Let me do just a quick recap. Sold homes are down 2%, 743, and this is also always compared to last December in 2020. The active listings are down 34% to 460. That's that big figure. We're at a 0.6 month supply, so that's down 40% from last year. Although we've had fairly small supply for a long time going now. The new listings are down 23% to 445. Contracts are down 12% to 503. The sales volume is up 6% to 172,000. I'm kind of rounding on some of these numbers just to make it easier to grasp. The median sale price is up 10% to 205,000. And median days on market is down 50%, 4 days, as I mentioned, or as for the median days on market. So that kind of gives you, in a nutshell, quick overview of where we are sitting this December 2021 compared to a year ago, December 2020. So again, last year, and I'll also just go into a little overview. Appreciation kept going up and up. Houses, of course, were limited, very small inventory. We are still seeing that now. Experts are saying the inventory will still remain low, and appreciation should still continue. And a lot of this, from articles I've read, is due to for the past 13 years, new builds haven't built at the same degree as they were prior to that. So again, we're just at a low listing inventory with houses are appreciating, and will continue this year. They do say at a slower rate. And all I know is, and I'll give different videos on this, just examples that I'm seeing. We're still seeing multiple offers for the great houses. We're still seeing competitive contingencies not being asked for, waiving appraisals, or buyers saying they'll pay for the appraisal gap. Cash offers are typically winning right now still. And so just a little tougher for buyers. You just got to stick with it a little bit longer. So anyway, there you go, December 2021. If you have any questions, please reach out. Karen Wright, Berkshire Hathaway. Subscribe to this channel if you want to see more market updates, neighborhood videos, events for those of you that are moving to Wichita, and look forward to meeting you down the road. Thanks for watching.